All of our container types except for folders can have different permissions assigned to them to determine what operations users can perform when in the container. Let's start with communities first, as they are the easiest to deal with, since our advice is pretty much to leave well enough alone. When you create a community, you can choose from 4 different types. The permissions for what people can do, contribute, read only, discover, etc., are predefined in what is known as a container template that the community belongs to. For example, if we open the Reduction Targets community and select Permissions from the Action menu, we see that it belongs to the Secret Community Privilege Group, which is also known as a container template. Do not remove this, as you will break the community. Our Retirement Planning community belongs to the Public Community template. FirstClass has already defined the permissions for all users within these templates. Administrators are trained in how to override these permissions for individual users or groups, and this is beyond the scope of this tutorial. The only exception would be if you want to deny someone access to the community, even if it is on their home screen. You can do this by entering the user's name in the Who section and leaving the access as disallowed. Conferences, by default, have no container templates, and also by default, all users can contribute to the conference. The owner will always have full control to delete unwanted posts. The owner can give other people additional privileges by opening the conference and choosing Permissions from the Action menu. Note that there is no container template, and do not try adding one of the community container templates here, as they do not apply to conferences. In the Who section, you can add individual names and choose from one of the canned permission sets. The default is all users as contributor, so there's no need to assign that one. But if you want to make Emily a moderator, like the owner, you can assign her as moderator. Moving your mouse over each of these items in the permission set shows you what the individual permissions can do, and for the most part, they should be self-explanatory. You start first with the permissions for individuals that will override the default contributor permission, and then if you want to assign permissions for all remaining users, enter all users here, and then choose a global permission set, like reader. This will mean that this particular conference then has 2 individuals, the owner, Joe Schmo, and Emily Heydrich, who can manage all posts, but all other users will only be able to read the content. I find that the 3 sets, contributor, moderator, and reader, are basically all that you need to know. Do not try to apply these to communities, as they do not apply. Calendars are more complicated, and really are beyond the scope of this tutorial, except to provide you with a general tip. Your system administrator may have created a calendar template that you can apply to your calendar in the Belongs To section that will set permissions. If not, then you have to choose from one of the canned sets and apply it to one or a group of users. If you want to allow individuals to be able to create and edit or delete their own entries in a calendar, but not delete anyone else's entry, I find that this works. Enter all users in the Who section, then choose Editor. Then click to remove the Edit Permissions, delete any item, and View Permissions privileges. If you're confused, check with your FirstClass administrator for more assistance.